From downtown to the counties, time now for the top 7 at 7, where we bring you the 7 stories making the biggest impact in your communities tonight.
An investigation into a fatal police-involved shooting here in Baltimore County. I'm Jeff Hager in Essex, where officers responding to a report of a stabbing ended up shooting a man and killing him. He attacked his sister with a knife, and police ended up gunning down the armed man when they arrived on the scene in Essex on Wednesday night. That from the family of 31-year-old Howard Side Jr., who say even though he had stabbed his sister in the chest, it was no cause for police to use lethal force when they confronted him in the Kingsmill Apartments on Holgate Drive.
He had a mental issue going on. This not the first time this happened. The first time it went this far, yes, but this is not the first time that, that they've been getting into it. It was a family issue.
Family members say Sy had been under enormous stress recently, out of work and fighting to regain visitation rights with his young daughter. His sister remains hospitalized, but she's expected to recover. Police say several officers discharged their weapons, and all of them have been placed on routine administrative leave. In Essex, Jeff Hager, WMAR 2 News.
I'm Jack Watson for Maryland Cold Cases. In 1986, Bernadette Caruso left work at the East Point Mall in Dundalk and vanished. 39 years later, her family is still pressing for justice. 23-year-old Bernadette Stevenson Caruso loved her 3-year-old daughter Nicole. Bernadette's mom helped her land a job at Shaw's Jewelers in the East Point Mall. On September 27, 1986, Bernadette left work and vanished. Her bank accounts remained intact, so she didn't take her money and move elsewhere. Her green-gray Chevy Cavalier was never found either. Police investigated a great deal over the years, including a series of false tips from an incarcerated man in the 2010s. Though Corporal Donna Carter believes someone out there knows something.
Whoever did something to her or made her disappear that night knows what happened, and it's quite possible that they confided in somebody. It's possible that they may have had help. I'm not saying that it did happen, but anything's possible.
If you have any information that could lead to Bernadette's case being solved, please call Baltimore County Police at 410-887-3943. For Maryland Cold Cases, I'm Jack Watson.
I'm Mallory Safaste in Baltimore. It's not luck if you have to pay for it, and that's how many of these lottery and sweepstakes scams work. They promise you a prize, then demand a processing fee to claim it.
Call it a coincidence or just bad timing. Right after Lucretia Bowden's son picked up an order from O'Reilly Auto Parts, she received this email.
You have been chosen to participate in our loyalty program for free. It will take you only a minute to receive this fantastic prize. Claim your reward.
A 21-piece Stanley toolkit, and all they needed from her was to pay for processing, shipping, and handling, just $12.
So I said, okay, great. So I did the survey, and it asked me those questions. Now, it says on the email, clear as day, you will get this as a result of taking the survey. But after you put in your payment information and hit submit, what pops up is something different. Oh, you've been entered into a drawing.
That's not what the email promised, so Lucretia looked closer. She noticed the sender's address wasn't official, and the charge on her debit card didn't say O'Reilly.
I never click on links if I don't trust the site that's that's embedded in the email. I usually go to the site and then try to, but this time, I think it was just the timing.
If you're unsure, don't click. Call someone you trust, ask them to look it over. You can also contact the company directly. That's what Lucretia did. She reached out to the real O'Reilly, who told her they're aware of the scam and are asking customers to report it to their security team. With your 12 Scams of Christmas, I'm Mallory Safaste.
Advocates are renewing their calls to expand beer and wine sales at grocery stores. I'm Blair Sable in Baltimore. At the very same time, mom and pop shops say they're renewing their fight against it.
It would be quite a big domino effect.
Worker owner Caitlin O'Connor at the Wine Source in Hamden says they've put a cork in it once. They'll do it again. She says allowing grocery stores to sell wine and beer would hurt their business and countless others.
There would be places like this where we're not sure that we could stay open. We're not sure that we could keep all our employees here. And that would be true for every store in the city, in the state.
But advocates say it shouldn't affect their stores, pointing out some examples of locations that have already been grandfathered in.
So I understand their concern, but at the end of the day, the data shows and the evidence shows that the two stores can balance out and compete fairly.
The bill continues to have Governor Moore's support. Session begins January 14th. In Baltimore, Blair Sable, WMAR 2 News.
I'm Janae Wright in Howard County, and hundreds of students at Oakland Mills High School are protesting renovations for the school that are long overdue. Oakland Mills High School is one of the oldest schools in Howard County and is in need of renovations. Students and parents have complained about the mold in the building, structural damage, and even sinks and fountains that don't work. Students and parents have been advocating for renovations for years, and in November, the school board voted to distribute funding that would have helped with renovations to other schools in the county that need less work. Jessica Mahajan says it's hard for them to be optimistic about change.
It's hard to get them sometimes even to come out and want to go to the Board of Education meeting because they say, what's the point? Like, I joined in advocation for this in 2018. It's the same, we're in the same rinse and repeat cycle over and over again.
Parents and students say they plan to continue fighting up until the budget process in January. Janae Wright, WMAR 2 News.
An Anne Arundel County double amputee veteran made history on Monday. I'm Sierra Williams, your Voice for Veterans reporter, and Ryan Cools, a U.S. Army veteran, broke the world record by rowing 50,000 meters inside the Raven Stadium. Retired Army officer Ryan Cools rowed 50,000 meters over 5 hours, breaking the hour, marathon, and ultramarathon indoor rowing records. I followed him throughout the entire day as dozens of friends, family members, and veterans and Wounded Warrior Project teammates packed the locker room. Many took turns rowing beside him, helping him push through each mile as time passed and the meters climbed. The record attempt fell on a powerful milestone for Cools, his 20th alive day. It marks the day in 2005 when an IED in Iraq cost him his arm and leg and killed 2 of his soldiers, Sergeant Hasse and Sergeant Mills. He dedicated this effort to honoring their sacrifice. Cools says the brotherhood he has built over the last 20 years was on full display as veterans he served and recovered with stood by him from the first stroke to the last. In Baltimore, Sierra Williams, WMAR 2 News.
I'm Maria Morales in East Baltimore. There's a classic holiday song that says there's no place like home for the holidays. In East Baltimore today, 4 women received the keys to their new homes thanks to Habitat for Humanity of the Chesapeake's Home for the Holidays home dedication. Even Santa stopped by for the celebration, as well as the choir from neighboring Archbishop Curley High School. Keisha Pack is one of the new homeowners, and she's doing it on her own.
I had to really actually sit there and learn the fundamentals of owning a home, the mortgage process, escrow, just learning new things about a home and trying to learn how to fix a home. So therefore, I'll have that under my belt and I'll know how to do things around the house.
These 4 are the first of 27 new homes to be completed by Habitat in the Orchard Ridge community in the coming year. In East Baltimore, Maria Morales, WMAR 2 News.